All right, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. We are the Odds Couple. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is March 15th. This is our live show that we do every day. It's 10:30 Eastern time. My intro for this show is I'm prepared as a motherfucker, Mike Brenner.
Wow,
I'm prepared as a motherfucker, Mike Brenner. Yep. I didn't have any videos yesterday, and I basically sent from about noon yesterday, literally up to about 4 in the morning today. For some reason, thank God, I didn't get that tired. I crunched everything.
Captain,
I crunched it all.
Captain
I crunched it all.
Been eating breakfast
NIT,
for 24 straight hours.
CIT. I only have one thing left to do, and that is to decide my opinions on the tournament games with small spreads that I'm not sure about, like the Rhode Island game and stuff like that. But other than that, Mike Brenner in the college basketball game, in college basketball odds couple show today, I'm going to have like 25 picks.
And I believe it. But when are you going to make time for yourself?
You know, this was the best 24 hours I've had in a couple months.
I love it.
Kidding me? And not only that, yesterday in my pick, yesterday in my picks I was like 8-1 or something like that.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Pete.
I did really well.
And let's talk about you. Why don't you plug the contest? But before you plug the contest, let me say that Mike Brenner and I are both in the contest.
Yes.
I've only given 4 picks so far in the contest, 4-0, which only puts me 80 units behind the leader. That contest is tough because in the contest you could pick money line. So these guys pick like Oakland money line and Cal State Bakersfield money line. So when they put 5 units on a money line dog, they're going to get a lot of.
And it takes balls to do that with Oakland and so forth. But look what happened. Yeah, but we got the SBRcontest.com. It's the $10,000 college basketball March Madness. And you can do the size of the totals, money lines, like Pete said. You got to get in 48 plays before April 3rd. The most units win, and the top 10 are all going to get paid out. The other contest is the bracket contest, and it's open to SBR pros only. But Pete, guess what? Anybody can be an SBR pro. All you guys got to do, and I sent a tweet out yesterday, a heartfelt tweet, guys. You just got to donate $100 to Make-A-Wish Foundation. Automatically you're in. And from there forward, every time you log in and you participate in the forum, you get points. And those points eventually pay you back for what you donated from your heart to get into the SBR Pro exclusive contest. So I think you got to jump in and take advantage of it. What do you think, Pistol?
Yeah, sounds good to me for sure. I'm excited about it. And
SBRforum.com.
Yeah, there you go. So, all right. So, do we plug everything now? So we get to I don't know.
I can't plug you enough. 8-1 yesterday. That's you know what. And if you tell me the opening statement today is you're prepared like an MRF.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm prepared.
I'm not kidding you guys.
I got some opinions on sides and totals.
Advice.
You know what else I did, which I can do in this show if we want to, or maybe we can do a separate video on it.
I was going to stop them.
You remember how we did all of our seeding trends videos, right?
Loved it.
So I even had time to do an update, looking at all the things I said in the seeding trends video and seeing how they apply to the seeds this year. I can just talk about that now if you want.
I'm right now thinking about what happened in the last 24 hours, and I know you're serious. You went 8-1. He's serious. Guess what Pete did yesterday, guys? He called me 3 times in one day. He called me 3 times in one day. He's never done that in a year.
All right, I'll just quickly talk about it. Basically, Mike Brenner and I, of course, did a bunch of seeding trends videos where we discussed seeding trends. Now, the one thing that we really talked about, which was the 11-6, when the 11 is a favorite. Now, of course, two of those lines aren't even out yet because we have to see with the USC game tonight and I don't know what the Morgan State line. The other games do not have an 11 seed as a favorite, so that doesn't apply. But in the let's see, let me see what are the 5-12s.
Can't stop them, Wama.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I don't even know.
Turn me loose, buddy.
Started 5 minutes ago.
Okay, maybe we'll do a separate dedicated video on
that. We'll dedicate it to. Dedicated to the one I love.
Okay, yeah, I mean the 5-12s obviously Middle Tennessee State would not be an upset. Yeah, I mean Middle Tennessee State is a favorite now, so that would not count as an upset if they cash. As we know, as we've talked about, the 5-12s and the 11-6s have been basically 50-50 as far as advancing.
That was the trend, though.
Right. So, and when I look at this year, I wouldn't want to take Nevada to advance. I would take Middle Tennessee State. I've been saying this from the beginning, and we've been talking about this from even before when we first started looking at the tournament. NC Wilmington, Virginia is vulnerable.
Yes, they are. And that defense, I'm worried about their offense. I'm sure they are too. They just don't have it. When they bring it, I think they get it more out of luck than anything else. We'll see how many times they go to the free line. They're not really a sharp free throw team.
And then Cincinnati, of course, is another one, but we don't know who their opponent will be. So
I think we got a question real quick.
No. Thank you. I love you guys. Watch you every day.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and
I like that.
And another.
Did you hear that, Pete?
Yes, I love it.
Slow down for a minute. The guy just said whenever we're in Dallas, I mean, we'll probably go out and have lunch when we get up there.
Really?
Got to embrace that. That's our family. That's our damn team right there.
Texas has the hottest, in my personal opinion. I love cowgirls so much. No idea.
In Texas, so those cowgirls must be. Sit down, Matty Ice.
The problem is that Texas women don't really like me that much.
You don't know that. How do you know that? When was the last time you were there? Yeah.
I've never been to Texas, actually. Although I almost went to University of Texas at Austin.
That would have been cool.
Hugest mistake of my life.
Eric, he was a teacher up there at University
Very
of
nice.
Texas, by the
anyway,
way.
you remember one other thing that I talked about, which was very interesting with the 8-9 seeds, that the games come really close to the spreads.
Yeah.
And I think over the past 3 years, 5 out of the 12 games have come within 1 point of the spread.
So that's pretty much the tightest round.
So if you want to maybe think about teasing some of those, teasing all of them looks good. Teasing Virginia Tech maybe, teasing Vandy, teasing Michigan State, teasing Seton Hall. I mean, that Michigan State game is going to be close.
I think it is. And I think it's the kind of tease because of how close the lines are, Pete. Either way you go, I think you can balance out.
I mean,
really like that.
You could do a 3-team 6-point teaser with like Vanderbilt, Michigan State, and Seton Hall. You're getting all of them like 7 or 8.
It's beautiful.
Though all 3 of those games have got to be going down to the wire.
And with you right now, just on El Fuego, on fire over here, you know what? I'm going to ride that way, buddy, for real.
All right. And, here's another thing we talked about.
There's another one.
We talked about how in the 7-10 matchup, right? In the 7-10 matchup,
lay it out
the 7 seeds have actually won. They're 16-8 straight up the last 6 years. So the 6-11 and the 5-12 match have been 50-50, but the 7 seeds have covered. And I also mentioned in the video that there tend to be a good amount of margin covers by the favorites this year.
Yeah.
And you actually mentioned this early on, and now I'm in total agreement with you. St. Mary's might be a favorite that covers by a margin.
I really
Classic
think they
7-10 matchup where you have a 7 seed that's a favorite of about 4 points. I think St. Mary's might win by 14 points.
I do.
Might even be worth selling points up to 8 or something.
I think for sure. I really like that one. That team is focused. They're healthy, and they're shooting at the free throw line. They've turned their turnover to assist ratio just totally flipped. I mean, they're really, really hitting on all cylinders right now. Kind of like you, Pistol Pete. My God, I haven't seen you this fired up in a minute.
I did my research into that one. I was like, in the 7-10 matchup, you do tend to see a good amount of faves covering by a margin more than in any other matchup.
Sure.
And this year, I think that St. Mary's has that written all over them. Absolutely.
That's right.
And as far as the 215, people have been talking about it because there have been some upsets. It hasn't been, and the question is, and here's one note that we had from our video. I said, if Duke sneaks into number 2, will they be surging and looking to prove themselves very possibly?
I don't think you could have worded it any better, Pete. So I think that's the angle they're going.
We just got a question about that, too. Do you think Duke has the easiest road to the Final Four with this?
I actually haven't even looked at that's one thing I haven't looked at the road to the Final Four, but I definitely think that Duke might be a good bet to cover over Troy.
I think they're focused. I think Coach K got into these kids' heads, and I think unless Grayson Allen pulls one of his infamous trips or kicks or something, because that kid he might take his ball and go home. I'm done. I'm crying.
So the 215 matchup has been 50-50 ATS over the last 6 years, 12 and 12 ATS. So that means that half the time these big favorites do cover. So look for the ones you think might cover, and I think Duke might be a candidate.
And be careful of ones like we'll get into that when we talk about it.
They're right.
They're like the Kentucky's. They don't cover these big ones. The Kansas. They don't cover these big ones.
So
big game tonight though. USC.
Yes, that's a game I have an opinion on.
Come on.
Do you have an opinion on it?
Do.
You do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm thinking that we'll give it out here. That's a pick that I'm gonna give in the college basketball show. One of my many picks. I'm thinking that USC might be the way to go here. They're playing with revenge from last year. I think they're a deeper team anyway, and I'm leaning USC. I actually bet that one.
Yeah, I'm on the full game as well. We're gonna go ahead. Let the cat out of the bag, baby. We're both on that one. That was not scripted, planned, or rehearsed, and that's the truth. I like it. I think that's a winner.
I did bet that one. Used it also in the contest.
They know that they definitely were better. Early this year, they were a machine for a minute. Remember when they were ranked in the top 15, USC, they were rolling. All of a sudden, shit got real. Rubber hit the road, Wama. That's how they say
and that's one thing. That's one thing I like to look at, which actually Duke also falls in that category, is teams that had an early or preseason high ranking, then something happened in the middle of the year to give them turmoil.
Like the coach to get a back surgery or
anything.
Something.
Lots of things happen. That happened with Duke. Happens all the time. One year I won the not one. I came in second place in I think the Heritage contest because it was when Louisville made that deep run because they had an early. They were like the preseason like top 5 or whatever.
Is that the year that kid broke his leg and played on emotion?
I don't remember, but they had a ton of injuries and then they got healthy at the end of the year. So you see that with Duke this year, and you're right with USC. That also might be in place.
Speaking of that, Pete, what do you think about Louisville quietly maybe being dangerous, or do you think maybe? Because you got to look. Pitino is in almost that category with Coach K. I'll put him in as far as this is the time he knows how to get these guys prepared for this, step it up to the next level. I even think they have a coaching advantage over Calipari, Coach K, and even Bill Self. But they're just not covering high margin spreads, and I really think that's.
You think really? I hear, and when we did our video, they were actually 8-2 ATS as a favor of 12 or more.
Kentucky.
No, Louisville.
Oh, Louisville. Okay.
Who were you talking about? You were
well,
talking
I was
about
spinning in Kentucky there also.
Okay,
but no,
yeah,
Louisville,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
watch out for them. They might be dangerous. And
Yeah, I mean, they're a 2 seed, so I'm not sure if that's, if they can sneak up on any of them.
I think Patino likes
this.
this. He likes being under the radar like
this. Yeah. So,
God, you see his son in that, his son, Rick Jr., in the interview? Man, you've been watching any sports? Hell, you've been doing. I don't know. But he looks like his dad, and he's got that same posture when he's talking to the camera. He just demands that respect, and they went out late an egg, but it was all good.
Yeah.
2K.
All right.
What's your top beating Daytona? Okay.
Daytona.
Dayton.
Dayton. Okay, Daytona 500.
Kentucky.
Who beating Kentucky? Oh, then beating
Wichita
Kentucky.
State. Well, yeah, I mean they're a big favorite over Dayton.
Buddy, I'm telling you, we talked about Wichita. Buddy,
yeah,
that team is really starting to. We talked about that many a time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be using them in all my brackets for sure. As far as how deep, I don't know. My brackets, I'm not even going to start to take seriously until after the last playing game tonight. So
I figured today you might have wore your shades, by the way.
Well, yeah, I didn't have time to get them. I don't even know. So yeah. All right. So what else do we want to talk about? Any questions? Let's see.
Shades now. What else?
I love it. I love the hat. Fucking Yankee style, baby. March Madness. Providence. Ooh, that's a tough game.
No, we like Providence.
No,
we just talked about it. We like USC. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but it's still a tough game. But I really think USC comes out in the end. No, I do because again, it's just something. I think that they're more hungry, and I think they feel that they underachieved more so than Providence. I think Providence, if anything, overachieved a little bit this year, personally.
Oh yeah, I mean they're a good team, but I do think they overachieved a bit, and and
that's not a bad thing. I just think talent's going to weigh out.
Yeah.
USC put some battles up against some tough teams. You talking UCLA and things like that. That's a big difference in. We'll see. That's why they play the game. But like Matty said, they're all tough right now. Except for what Pete's picking. Hell, he's knocking them down like bowling.
Yeah. Some guys asking who's all over Eastern Tennessee. I'm on them. I don't know if I'm all over them. Florida is definitely dangerous, but I definitely took them at +10, and what is that? It's a 5-12 matchup, isn't it? Wait, what is that? Eastern Tennessee is it's a 4-13. It's a 4-13, right? Yeah,
I think that was one of yours.
Yeah, actually. I'm leaning all the dogs in the 4-13, except the dogs 7-4 ATS over the last 3 years. So I'm leaning all the dogs except Vermont in the 4-13.
Normally, when somebody goes head to head with someone and the other guy comes in 8-1 red hot, you go, oh, shit.
What, you're like in Florida?
I'm still liking that Notre Dame head to head.
Oh yeah.
No, we got a Notre Dame head to head, baby.
Yeah, listen. I mean, that's a tough one.
About that? I think you might lose some sleep on
I know. I will say that I'm still on Princeton, but they're not like one of my plays I'm most excited about. You're right that it could be one of those where it's close and then Notre Dame pulls away late. Yes, it might be a blowout. Yeah, you might be right. It's possible. I don't know.
Friends before.
Maybe.
What was her name? Diana Ross or something in the Pips?
I don't know.
Gladys Knight. That's what friends are for. Didn't she do that with Michael Jackson?
All right. Got any other questions or
name the rest of the Pips.
Oh, I like that. Name the rest of the Pips.
Name one Pip.
Breadman, Hitman, and Matty Ice.
All right, Fresno State a value dog today. Maybe the best dog.
Fresno. Oh, that game I looked at. No opinion on the side or the total. And actually, that's that. No, I do have a note on that game. I was like, why? I was like, the line doesn't make sense to me. I was like, is someone out for Fresno State? And my note on that game is, if no one's out for Fresno State, then I do think they have value as a dog. But the line doesn't make sense to me. So you know what I mean? I'm like, why is it that big of a favorite? There must be something going on. And you saw that with last night, California, right? They had those guys sitting. Bakersfield was an easy value play on the money line.
First half, especially.
So when you see that line moving down, it means something. So we see a line that's that big. If the line doesn't make sense to me, I'm like, all right, I got to look into it a little bit more to make sure there's no information I'm not. So yes, if there's no information I'm missing, then yes, I like Fresno State.
I got to jump in real quick because you're on a roll today. And with that being said, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the UNC Greensboro Syracuse matchup. What was it that guy from North Carolina said about that team?
What?
UNC Greensboro. Mayheim. Remember the comment deal? Remember what the other guy said? The guy from North Carolina. Remember he posted. He said they suck.
Oh yeah. So what
do you feel about that game? Today's the day.
I'm still leaning Greensboro at 13. Yeah, but I'm not. It's not a huge play for me. I'll be on it small, but it went down for 12 or 12 and a half.
Yeah, and the odds for that, I was looking at our friends' odds at uwager.edu. Yeah, they got some decent odds on that. Pete, has there been a lot of movement in that game, Syracuse?
No, I mean, it opened at 13 and now it's down to 12.5. It hasn't moved. It's been 12.5 for like a long time. So, you know, I'm still leaning Greensboro. I know that they do suck, but you know.
Breaking news.
What's that?
I just got
Breaking news, Greensboro sucks.
No, we've had 3 people signed up as SBR Pro since we started the broadcast.
Very nice.
Good deal.
Very nice.
Stepping up to the plate. Let's keep it up, guys.
$300 to make a wish too. So
exactly.
I mean,
so come on, let's piggyback off that, guys. Let's fill this bracket up. All right, let's get her done. I like that. That made my day.
Some little kid's gonna get to meet John Cena.
Boom.
All right, we got any other questions, or what do we got?
Well, today we got. Oh, by the way, last night in hockey, I think I got to check it out, but see if Dana Lane continues to melt the ice. We've got another show tomorrow. Pistol Pete, I believe Ross Benjamin might be jumping in NBA style with us today.
Okay.
Big card tonight in the NBA.
Yeah.
Big card.
I looked at it. I was looking
It
at
is big
stuff this morning.
You know, last night I went 1-1. One of them was Cleveland. I felt good about that. They blew them out by like 30-something. They let Detroit know who was boss. But my one that really got crushed, I took the first half under the 76ers. This team don't stop. They only lost by 2 in Golden
State. The game itself went way under. So you got.
I was one I kicked myself in the ass, but you know what? This Brett Brown's got these Sixers believing anywhere they go. And Golden State's in trouble.
Yeah, just some general thoughts from the NBA. You know, the Lakers, I mean, they're putting in all these youngsters. They're 1-9 and 1 ATS. Yeah. They're just not covering
guess what's going on? I'm going to tell you what's quietly happening. I read an article about this, and a friend gave me a little scoop. All right, Luke Walton, not satisfied with these two, as they called these drama queen guys. He's got Russell and Nick Young. He said there's just too much drama there. The reason he's saying he wants to check the younger talent, they're making their way out of there. Those guys are not going to be with that team next year. You're going to see a whole new roster in LA.
Interesting how quickly the Lakers went from being
and guess who's behind it?
Well-run organization to a shit show.
But you know who quietly came in and made this move? Magic Johnson. Since he took office in there, seriously, he's like, those guys, they're done. We're done with them. We're not even going to experiment anymore.
Well,
right, let them go.
Came out and said that her brothers were pretty much incompetent.
That woman, she is hot. I'm not kidding. Been hot for a long time. You know, Phil Jackson's been tapping that for a minute. Yeah. Oh no, that's right. Oh wait, no, they didn't. Nope.
On the other side of the coin,
we might have to Google. It's worth the Google. Yeah, TMZ, baby.
On the other side of the coin, we're wondering all year long, when's Minnesota going to start putting together all their massive talent? And they have. They've covered, I think, like 8 out of 9 or something like that. So they're getting.
Thibodeau said leaps and bounds. This team has taken. These youngsters are buying. Yeah, youngsters are buying what they're selling. They the other night just literally just ran. I don't know. I love it. I love it, and the team's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, that's like the Sixers. You know, you got a young mind's easier to mold, especially.
And you got Embiid out. You got rid of Nerlens Noel, who, by the way, is hurt again, may be done for another year. Oh, you believe that guy?
And Embiid out.
Whatever happened to that Christmas guy?
What the doctors do the Sixers use?
I don't know. He sucks.
Is it like just us?
My dad used to be the pharmaceutical rep for them. I'm not kidding you.
Through
Eli Lilly.
Maybe he should be.
Well, I don't know. Whatever happened to that guy Christmas that came out of Syracuse? Last name was Christmas. That big 7'9" dude, damn near. Okay, these guys come and go, man. They get paid this big money, and all of a sudden he's gone. Yeah, give him $18 million guaranteed. He's gone. All right, Pistol. I know you're fired up for something. Right, we got to get going.
Okay, State. We got a few more quick.
Oklahoma. Oh, that's one of the games. I mean, who knows? I mean, that's sort of what you're good at, Mike Renner.
Well, I'm saving that one for the show.
Okay, yeah.
UCF.
I took it. I got
a feeling they might cash that ticket tonight.
Yeah, I did bet him. I got him at -2 now.
Guess who's coaching there? Guess who's coaching there? Johnny Dawkins, the ex-Duke Blue Devil, who used to be the coach at Stanford, is now UCF's coach. Turned around last year's record 9-win margin, Pete. Bam! There's doing your homework right there. God, I love this stuff. Akron Zips, Pete. That could be your alley. Guess what? Last year they showed up in the tournament.
Christmas was only 6'10", not 7'9".
I know. I was kidding with you. Whatever happened to him? Help me with that.
Yeah, that's important. All right. Your best bet and your least shitty bet.
Okay. Well, hey, this guy's red hot, guys. I might want to wait until he gets his best bet.
Geez, I don't know. I guess I'll give.
Yeah, what the hell, right?
I'll give.
What the hell?
I'll give under 169 in Texas Arlington BYU.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it with some confidence. I love this play. I'm going to go for it. Kind of a big balls play of the day, but I'm going for Illinois State on the full game against UC Irvine.
Okay, -10.
Oh, it's 10. I thought it was 9, but is it 10?
10 or 10.5.
I thought it was
never
9.
It was 11.
I was okay. Yep. Well, I'm looking at a 9 here. All right. What's Iowa, Pistol Pete?
Iowa is 12. 11.5 or 12.
Jesus, you know what? I'm going to have to come back to you on my favorite pick because I just don't feel it right there.
Okay.
So
It's okay.
yeah, we'll let it out. Breaking news. Hey guys, also thanks to the teammates, all you guys out there. March Madness, it's tough to get on and do all the Twitter and spend the time, but I'm going to get back onto it. But thanks for the loyal and literally, Pete, we got some great support out there from these teammates. So you got to get in there and thank them too, because they love you.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much. Yes.
Pistol Pete sending some love. All right, guys, bet responsible. Don't forget SBRforum.com. You got to get involved in the 2 contests. Get in there. One of them, the deadline's March 16th.
Yeah, one's tomorrow.
Someone's saying Texas Arlington's pace is unreal, Pete, which means that they might.
Is that talking over? Is that talking over?
What?
There's 2 guys.
There's 2 guys. Top scorers
for Arlington. Yeah.
So
yeah, there's 2 of them.
I was gonna let that one slide till later, but since you brought it up, something to keep an eye on, fellas.
All right, good stuff, guys. Let's wrap it up, and I appreciate everything. Bet responsible, all right, and beat your bookie. And tune into the Odds Couple later on.
Right.
Sportsbook review coming to you.
Okay.